Hi, my name is Lilla.
I'm Sándor, which stands for Alexander the Seer.
I'm 19 years old and I'm a university student. I study at a Catholic university in Budapest.
I'm 20 years old. Now, I moved here 2 years ago to study law in a university.
I grew up in a Christian home, so basically I knew everything about Christianity, who God was and who Jesus was, and why he came to this earth. And I became a Christian when I was about 13 years old, when I went to a Christian high school. And that's when I met Christian students and I wanted a life that they lived.
I accepted Christ earlier, 3 years ago in Florida, where I went to accept an invitation from my uncle. And that's where I met the gospel first.
I've been involved with YTL ministry for about 3-4 years now. And I really like it, and I think it's a great opportunity to do evangelism, and it helps me in my personal relationship with God and how I can grow in this relationship, how I can get closer to God.
I didn't have any Christian community before I moved here to Budapest, and that's where I met YTL and found out how much it can help to have an encouraging environment around you, to meet and help others in getting to know God more. And it's also fun.
One great thing is in YTL is discipleship, and I think it's very special because there are many places like in churches where this is not working. I think it's very important to have someone who you can rely on and you can share your problems with, someone who prays for you. The discipleship is very necessary to develop your character. And I meet with Julcsi regularly, and right now we are studying Nehemiah. And this is one thing that is very important for me because it's a part of the Bible that helps me in my relationship with God, and I can learn a lot about leadership. And also it's great to see a leader who is my leader actually, and it's great to have an example and someone who helps me with my relationship with God, with my quiet times, with my prayers. So it's just great to have some help.
One of the things that YTL puts a great emphasis on is personal discipleship, and it's also something I like very much because I don't think anyone ever encouraged me that much in my relationship with God as Kamandi. I'm also really motivated to spend my quiet time with God in a meaningful way and to study the Bible in its deepnesses. And I feel God moving my character towards directions I could never think of before. For example, I learn a lot about patience nowadays.
I think the most important thing I learned in these last 3 years is how to share my faith, which is very important, I think, because Jesus told us to go and make disciples of all nations. And I think that is very important to share our testimony with other people, other students around us. And it's just great to see how God is working in the lives of these students. I am meeting with 2 girls regularly. They are twins, and they are not Christians yet, but they are very interested. And they have a lot of questions, and I try to answer it, and I just try to lead a Bible study for them. And it's just great to see how God is working in their lives, and I know that they're gonna accept Him someday. I was also a part of the group that went into Transylvania, and we helped with YTL people there, and it was just great to see how God is working there and how many students became Christians in the last years. So it's very important to share our faith.
We started to do random evangelizing a year ago with YTL, and I'm learning a lot about the Great Commission ever since. For example, I joined the discipleship process from the teaching side, and it's something that I still have to study myself with my brother who accepted Christ a year ago also. I'm very glad that I can help him grow in the Lord. We learn a lot about witnessing these days. And in a broader view, I would say that it was a great experience to visit Transylvania, where we launched a YTL group also. It's especially dear to me because because the one guy that started the YTL in Kolozsvár is the one that I got involved through when I moved to Budapest a year ago.